Ending a marriage is hard and often takes months or years to finalize. Add to that the division of assets and finances, and both parties are in for a real nightmare. We put together a list of some of the most publicized and expensive divorces on the planet. In this video, you'll see 10 most expensive divorce settlements in history. Number 10. Mel Gibson and Robyn Moore, $425 million. Getting close to $500,000, Mel and Robyn Gibson's divorce is one of the most expensive divorces in history. After 26 years together, the couple finalized their divorce in 2011. The settlement totaled half of the actor's net worth at the time. They did not sign a prenuptial agreement, so the massive settlement cost Mel almost half of his net worth at the time. Number 9. Craig and Wendy McCaw, $460 million. Cellular and Clearwire Corp founder Craig McCaw separated with Wendy McCaw in 1998. Craig insisted that his fortune was primarily his, and his wife was not entitled to 50%. The lawyers litigated for years. There was a lot to be analyzed and disclosed. The couple had over 30 personal bank accounts, not business accounts, a multitude of properties, and 90 different tax returns. Wendy had 5 lawyers and 8 accountants working on her behalf around the clock. Eventually, the settlement was announced and Wendy received $460 million. Only a few short years before their divorce, Craig sold his company to AT&T for somewhere in the region of $11 to $12 billion. So, Wendy managed to walk away from their 21-year marriage with a whopping $460 million payout. Number 8. Dmitry Rybolovlev and Elena Rybolovlev, $604 million. Calling it quits after 26 years, Dmitry and Elena Rybolovlev ended their marriage in 2008. Russian investor Dmitry Rybolovlev divorced his wife after a long battle between 2008 to 2015. Elena Rybolovlev filed for divorce from Russian businessman Dmitry Rybolovlev and cited his serial infidelity, saying he used to share his youth conquests with his friends and other oligarchs. Several years later, courts ordered Dmitry to pay his ex-wife a sum of $4.8 billion. But after some negotiations, the final payout was a little over $600 million. 6 years later, a Swiss court ordered Rybolovlev to pay his ex $4.8 billion. Number 7. Stephen and Elaine Wynn, $741 million. Casino mogul Steve Wynn filed for divorce from wife Elaine in 2010. The 77-year-old American entrepreneur was twice married and twice divorced from Elaine Wynn, 76, with whom he co-founded Las Vegas-based casino and hotel operators Mirage Resorts and Wynn Resorts. The power couple were last divorced in 2010 when they split amicably after reaching an agreement to evenly divide their stake in Wynn Resorts. But it was not a rosy picture in the boardroom, which saw Miss Wynn being ousted from the board. He had to pay an estimated $741 million to please the courts. Number 6. Adnan and Soraya Khashoggi, $874 million. In 1961, Saudi Arabian arms dealer Adnan Khashoggi married a 20-year-old British woman named Sandra Daly, who converted to Islam and changed her name to Soraya. Saudi Arabian billionaire Adnan Khashoggi was one of the richest men in the world, but in 1982, he ended up paying his ex-wife a divorce settlement of $874 million. At the height of their wealth, the couple owned 3 planes, 3 yachts, and 17 homes. The Khashoggis' divorce is one of the most expensive divorces in the world. Number 5. Harold Hamm and Sue Ann Arnall, $975 million. 2012 saw a divorce of CEO Harold Hamm and wife Sue Ann Hamm after 24 years of marriage, handed over a whopping $974.8 million check to settle the divorce. At the time, that was roughly 5% of his total net worth. It was reported that Sue did not cash the check until 2015, as her legal team were pursuing more money from her ex-husband. Number 4. Bernie Ecclestone and Slavia Radic, $1.2 billion. Formula One executive Bernie Ecclestone, one of the richest people in the United Kingdom, divorced Croatian model Slavica Radic in 2009, tipping the $1 billion mark. This was at the time said to be the most expensive divorce ever. After long negotiations, lawyers settled for an approximate $1.2 billion payout. Details of the divorce appeared in a 256-page indictment for a bribery case involving Mr. Ecclestone, stating that Miss Radic, 60, had been paying Mr. Ecclestone $1 million a year from her trust fund since the divorce, the Telegraph reported in 2014. The duration of the payment was not known, according to the indictment. Mr. Ecclestone married 40-year-old Brazilian Fabiana Flossi, his third wife, in 2012. Number 3. Rupert Murdoch and Anna Torv, $1.7 billion. One of the wealthiest men in the world and thrice-divorced media mogul was said to have settled his 1999 divorce with his second wife, Scottish writer Anna Murdoch Mann, for $1.7 billion. Murdoch married 30-year-old Dang just 17 days later. 82-year-old Murdoch is worth $11.2 billion, according to Forbes. The couple agreed to an amicable separation, but did not give much away to the media in terms of details. But a couple of weeks after the divorce were finalized, both parties seemed to have moved on quickly. Number 2. Alec Wildenstein and Jocelyn Wildenstein, $3.8 billion. French-American businessman and art dealer Alec Wildenstein divorced his wife Jocelyn Wildenstein in 1999. Together for 21 years, the couple didn't see eye to eye anymore and decided to call it a day. Jocelyn received $2.5 billion up front and then a further $100 million every year for 13 years. This added up to a staggering $3.8 billion. Holy hell! Jocelyn Wildenstein, widely known for her many cosmetic surgery procedures, was instructed by a judge not to use her alimony payments for cosmetic surgery, according to Reuters. She is now 78. Alec Wildenstein died of cancer in 2008 at age 67. Despite her fortune, the Swiss-born Jocelyn, now 78, dubbed the Catwoman for her feline-like features due to extensive plastic surgery, has reportedly went from billions to bust. Number 1. Jeff and Mackenzie Bezos, $68 billion. Jeff and Mackenzie Bezos take the top spot of most expensive divorces. After a long period of loving relationship, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and his novelist wife Mackenzie Bezos have announced their divorce and separation on Twitter on January 9, 2019. The richest man in the world, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, is now worth an estimated $137 billion. Bezos tweeted that they split and reported that things came to an end after a long period of loving exploration and trial separation. It's unclear if the couple had a prenuptial agreement or not. However, they live in one of 9 states in America where residents are entitled to a 50-50 split of all marital assets. The Bezos' divorce is by far the biggest and most expensive divorce in the world. It remains to be seen how the divorce of Jeff and Mackenzie Bezos plays out, but given his status as the wealthiest man in the world, it's a sure bet the eventual settlement will place the execs at the top of the pack for expensive splits. Even if Bezos, like Harold Hamm, was ordered to pay his ex-wife just 5% of his total net worth, that would land her as much as $6.8 billion, easily beating Jocelyn Wildenstein. But with gossip websites like TMZ reporting the couple do not have a prenuptial agreement, Mackenzie Bezos could end up with 10 times as much. We hope you enjoyed our list of the 10 most expensive divorces in the world. Divorce is not something to be taken lightly, as it causes a lot of distress for everyone involved. However, some of the settlements mentioned would certainly make it a little easier to handle. Please subscribe to The Luxury World. Thanks for watching.